Have you ever wondered, how do I get the right chain for my chainsaw? And what are these markings here on my bar? Well, today what I want to show you in this video is how to choose the right chain for your chainsaw. So welcome back everybody. I will help you today to decipher and choose the right chain for your saw. The first thing you need to know when you get a chain is a quarter pitch, 3/8 low profile, 3/8 bigger, large, or 3/2/5 pitch. You need to figure that out. You need to figure out the gauge and the number of drivers or drive links on your chain. Now this is where the information I showed you at the beginning of the video, the markings on your bar here, will help you to do that. Okay, as I mentioned, the three most important things are your pitch, the gauge, and number of drive links, which you can find on the bar right here. So on this MS-170 chainsaw here, you can see that it is a 3/8 pitch, and it'll be a low profile because the chain is smaller. You can see here that the gauge is 0.043 thousandths or 1.1 millimeters. And the number of drive links here is 55. So this is a 3/8 chain, 43 gauge by 55 drive links. That's the information you need whether you go to a dealer or if you're online ordering your chain from Amazon, let's say. First of all, I want to explain to you the pitch, the gauge, and the number of drive links, what that means. The pitch here is the distance between the two rivets on the chain. And sometimes people will just look at the distance between the drivers here. So this is a 1/4 inch pitch chain. The gauge means the thickness of the drivers. So this one here is 50 gauge. And the number of drive links is the number of drive links down here that catch on your chainsaw sprocket. So what you want to know is the pitch, the gauge, and how many drive links you have before you replace your chain. So when I talk about the gauge size of the drive links, you have to have the same size in your bar so that the chain fits in correctly. So if you have a 58 gauge chain, it will not fit in a 50 gauge bar. You want to line that up properly. You don't want to put a 50 gauge chain either into a 58 gauge bar because the chain will be extremely loose in there and it could come off. So here's how people can get easily confused. These two steel bars right here are both 20 inch, but one is a 0.325 pitch, the other is 3/8. I get a lot of people who come in my shop with their saw where they have mixed up these chains. They've either put a 3/8 chain on a 0.325 pitch bar, the chain will not fit properly over here, or on the sprocket on their chainsaw. So it's extremely important that you get the right match of the bar and the chain to correspond together. Now, a problem that often arises for people is when they go to replace the chain on their chainsaw and there's no markings on the bar. Just like this old Remington chainsaw that I revived in a previous video, you will not see any markings on the bar. In that case, what you need to do is remove the chain from the saw, count the drive links, measure the gauge, and check the pitch. Alright, so I know this is a 3/8 pitch chain. The drivers are 58 gauge. And now I'll just mark one driver and then go around and count them all by 2 here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 56, 57. So to sum this up, this is a large 3/8 chain with 58 gauge by 57 drive links. That's the information you need if you're online buying a chain. If you don't want to buy it online, go to a good shop who knows their stuff. Just bring the saw or bring your old chain and your bar and have them identify the chain that you need and they'll set you up properly. When people don't know what they're doing, they will often get the wrong chain, install it if they can get it to fit, even if it doesn't fit right, and they'll cause damage to the new chain and sometimes their sprocket. And here's another problem you might run into. You might have a bar but no chain and you don't know how many drive links there are. If that's the case, take it to a shop that makes chains. I do here, I make custom chains for everybody. Bring the saw and the bar to that shop and have them make you a chain. They will have to do a bit of fancy drive link counting from their roll of chain, but they will eventually set you up with the right chain and then keep those specs after you get a chain from that shop, so that when you need another one, you know exactly what to get. Now, some advertising that may confuse you when you go online is you might look for a bar. It might just say 20-inch bar for Stihl MS291, 20-inch bar for Husqvarna chainsaw. Well, again, make sure you're getting the right one, because you could have a 20-inch bar, like I showed you earlier with the Stihl. One's a .325 pitch, the other is 3/8, and it will not work. Another issue you might run across is some people may have taken their MS291 chainsaw and converted it from .325 pitch to 3/8. So you want to make sure if a customer comes to you, or if you need a chain for your saw, that again, you are getting the right chain. The bottom line, guys, is once you know the specs of your chain, write it down somewhere, write it inside the cover of the chainsaw, and then you'll know for the future. And what I want to show you guys before I end off the video is this cool little tool here that can help you with that process. So this small tool from Morgan will help with that process. You can measure the gauge right here. You can measure the pitch right there. I'll show you how to use that right now. So here's a chain right here. If I want to see if it is 3/8 or .325, I will just use this part here of the tool. Quarter, 325, 3/8, and .404. .404 I forgot to mention, but it is a much bigger chain that is not used that much nowadays. So that's another pitch right there. I think this is .325 over here. I will put the .325 part of the tool right here. So between the center of each rivet here, that's the pitch. Now, if you're not sure of the thickness of your drivers, if they are 50 gauge or .58 gauge, you just basically use this part of the tool and just put it in. So the 50 gauge part fits perfectly in here. The 58 is a bit loose, see? And the 43 will not go in. So 50 gauge. And then just count the drivers to get all the specs that you need to get a replacement chain like this. So for those of you watching today and you don't want to be bothered with all this information, the best thing to do is just take your entire chainsaw to a dealer who will set you up with the right chain. In most cases, they'll sell you the chain and install it for free, like I do here in my shop, and I'll even clean around the clutch for you and the clutch cover before I put it all back together. And also, the two best chains that I recommend are Stihl chain and Oregon chain. There's a lot of aftermarket chains out there. Some are extremely good, but I do find that the Oregon and Stihl are by far the two best chains on the market. Also, before I end off the video here, I am giving away 5 of these small Oregon tools here to 5 viewers. All you have to do to win one of these is just comment below. I'll choose some 5 winners within a week, and then I will mail these out to you at no charge. These are courtesy of discountonlineparts.com. This is not a sponsored video, by the way, guys. I'm just giving these out because I had a whole pile here, and I thought it would help you guys out as well. I hope the video has helped you. If you have any other questions on choosing the right chain, comment below. And again, if you're not sure, just go to a reputable dealer who knows what they're doing to get you the right chain. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.